It is 23 past 8. Heath, Scotland, veteran Blues, been good enough to join us on the show. Good morning to you, mate.
How you going, guys?
I know you can't dwell. I know you've got to move on in this game, and you've got a huge test this Saturday night against the Swans. But just let us ask a couple of questions about Sunday. From a professional footballer's perspective, perfect day, 95,000 people, traditional rival. That must have been just a great day to be part of, Heath.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Obviously to get the result and, like you said, in front of a packed MCG crowd, and it was a fantastic day, and it was one to remember. But hopefully we can build on that now and really attack the Swans with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, Carlton supporters hoping you can. You were the first team out. Were you conscious of the noise that the Richmond supporters made when they came out onto the ground?
Oh yeah, it was huge. Normally, obviously, playing for Carlton, we normally get big crowds and, it's basically a 50-50 split, but it felt like it was 80% Richmond supporters there. They were deafening when they come out. It was, they were out in force, and, we wanted to make sure we could try and silence them early. It didn't work out that way, but by the end of the game, we certainly heard the Carlton supporters.
Good morning, Heath. It's Andrew Gaze here. Congratulations. Fantastic win. Now, this is your second go around with Mick. Have you noticed any radical changes to the way he goes about in his game plan this second time around for you personally?
No, not really. He's much the same coach. Obviously, game plans and things like that change over a period of time. But look, his philosophies are still the same. And he's certainly got a lot more intense the second half of the season. But he's much the same coach.
But he treats, and with you personally though, does he same old, same old?
Look, we've got a different relationship, obviously. We're both at a different club. I'm probably a different player than what I was then, and I'm an older person now too. I'm in my 30s. I was a kid back then as well. So the relationship is a lot different. But look, it's great.
A lot of talk these days about momentum in footy, Heath. What were you feeling out on the ground in that third quarter when you guys were coming? And I suppose, Richmond had tried to slow things down but couldn't do it effectively, and maybe they put themselves on the back foot in some ways. What's it like when you're a player on either side of those momentum swings in modern footy?
You can really sense it. You can feel it. The energy was up amongst the boys. Look, we've gained a lot of confidence, no doubt, over the week before win over Port Adelaide, and also going into Richmond, we knew if we were in striking distance, we were a chance. Coming back from sort of 5 goals down, about a month or so ago, we knew we could peg that margin back, and the confidence was up. So we got a little bit of a run on, a bit of a sniff, and. The boys, you could just sense that they were up and about, and the energy was up, and we just went from there.
After the Port Adelaide game, Mick said that was all player-driven, that he didn't make any changes or send any messages out when you got 6.5 down or 6 down that day. Was it a bit the same against Richmond? Did the players knew the situation, particularly after Richmond kicked that first goal of third quarter, where you just kind of took it on yourselves and realised something had to be done about this?
Look, we spoke about it before we came into the rooms at half time. We were disappointed with our second quarter, and the margin was 4.5 goals, but we were pretty undisciplined and gave away a lot of goals from free kicks, and we felt that if we'd have cleaned that up, we'd be right in the game. It would have been maybe a goal or so in it. So we wanted to really focus on them things, tidy them up, and just sort of keep going about it the way we were, because we felt like we were coming. We were playing better football as the game was progressing, and it panned out that way. We didn't panic after the first goal in the third quarter. We just stuck to our task, and once we got a couple of goals, like I said, the energy was up, and the enthusiasm was up, and the boys could really sense that we were playing well, and ran from there.
And now the Swans, Heath, reigning premiers. Obviously, they're not playing as well as they did in the middle of the season when they set an unbelievable benchmark. Why do you think you can beat them?
I think we've got genuine belief in our game plan and our structures. Mick's coached us all year to play finals brand of football, and we feel that the type of football we play stands up this time of the year. And the confidence from the last couple of games, no doubt, has really lifted the boys. And I think some key players have found form that might have been down through the middle of the year. But we certainly respect Sydney, and we're not looking at them as if they've dropped off the pace at all. They're the reigning premier and a class side, and there's no doubt they're going to bring their best football and respond from last week. So we're going to have to be on our game and lift our stakes from last week as well to really match them. And we're confident we can.
Now, Heath, have you heard about Fast Five?
No.
Right. Well, what it is, that's a setback.
Probably best not to ask that question.
That's a big setback,
Pretend
actually.
Get straight into it.
But we're just going to ask you 5 questions.
Just pretend they... Let's ask it again, Andrew. I reckon you might have heard it now.
Hey, have you ever heard about Fast Five?
I have. It's my favourite episode.
Good. Of course. And that's where we ask you 5 questions and you give us a quick, instinctive answer. Here we go. We put the clock on. Which team do you love beating the most?
Collingwood.
Nice. Which of your teammates needs the game plan explained to them more than once?
Mitch Robinson.
And the rules.
That's it. Now, when the postseason comes and you can eat whatever you want, what's your favourite food?
I'm a sweet tooth, so basically lollies and ice cream, things like that.
Nice. Who's got the flashiest wheels in the car park?
Jared Wade.
Nice.
What's he got?
I don't know, really. I'm not big on cars, but he's got some mags on his
Flashy.
yes, I suppose.
And then the last one, the tightest teammate you've got.
There's no doubt. There's no comparison to anyone but Nick Digers.
It's smashed.
He took his own sandwiches. Hey?
You would have heard all the stories about him for sure.
He took his own sandwiches to the footy on the weekend.
Yeah, and I reckon they were last week's as well.
Hey, mate, it was great stuff on Sunday, and we wish you all the very best on Saturday night. Thanks for joining us, and good luck.
Thanks, guys. Take care.